24 hours with JB. Let's talk. So, I seen the BET Award. I couldn't even say without laughing. I watched the BET Awards the other night. Well, certain clips of it. I seen it on TikTok, right? And I'm not gonna say I couldn't believe the mockery because in this day and age, people are just crashing out. Like this is really the crash out era. I mean, and I don't judge these people. You know what I mean? In fact, I feel sorry for a lot of different individuals, and I pray for them. In fact, right? Because I couldn't imagine having success, right? That most dream for, and then falling off that cliff, right? And then not only falling off that cliff, but now striving to find some sort of resurgence, and the world is laughing at you because you're making a fool out of yourself throughout that process. That has to be um very disheartening, right? To know that you're essentially selling your soul. You're essentially being laughed at, being judged, being uh I don't even know how to explain it, but I see a lot of these people nowadays just crashing out, and a large part of it is due to the internet, notoriety, money. You know what I mean? And it's just like, damn, son. But with that being said, I seen the Drewski intro, right? I seen the Drewski intro, and from the point to where he came down and where he said, "Joe, break the shackles" or something. It was just like a lot of tomfoolery on there. And I'm sitting back saying to myself, like, first of all, I seen the faces on the people in the audience. I seen a lot of people wasn't fond of the majority of the jokes in which he was making. And I'm just like, I'm saying to myself, damn, I don't get mad at Drewski. I'm also get mad at the powers that be. In addition, I get mad at us as well because we tolerate and allow a lot of this nonsense to take place. Right? We feed into it just as much as the presenter or the host, right? Drewski, that is, right? It's a level playing field, even. And I truly feel as though it's up to us to stop, man. We got to start representing black excellence. We have to like redefine what black excellence really means because that wealth gap, not even on a global perspective, but more so amongst black people, I see it doing this. You really have the haves and the have nots. If you're a person of color and you're not working 40, 50 hours a week, or you don't have two jobs or a job and a side business on the side, or and real estate or stock, like you have to have like two, three things going on, e-commerce money, like in this day and age in order to thrive. And I see a lot of us in pocket, in power, in position that are making tremendous moves, right? But again, based off of my perspective, that's a niche, right? That's a certain perspective. Whereas at the bottom, you got people just crashing out, just falling victim to anything that life throws their way. And it's sad, beloved. It's sad because a lot of people don't even understand propaganda and what that entails. A lot of people don't even realize how BET, like those that's considered black awards, people of color, people of melanin, and for us to clown each other, for us to not take each other serious, or to do skits such as the ones Drewski was doing and the jokes and beloved, it's sad. It's sad. It's embarrassing to be quite frank. And that's why I hold myself accountable. I hold myself responsible for representing black excellence. I don't care what you see on the television. I don't care what you see on your laptop, on your phone device, on your cellular device. When you see me on screen or in person, and I'm not perfect, so I'll say for the most part, beloved, business as usual. We standing on that. redefining what it means to be black, because it's a lot of tomfoolery out here. A lot of tomfoolery going on out here. And it's like, I don't know if people fail to realize or if people just don't care, but you make it harder for other black people, even harder, I would say, because people already look at us a certain way. If you're black, you know this. I don't even have to go into detail, right? We're always proving ourselves, period. So, thus, when people of other ethnicities see black people on television acting a damn fool, for lack of a better terms, who's taking the next black person they see serious? We don't take ourselves serious. You know what I mean? And again, that's why I'm very intentional about everything. If I see a young brother, um, if I see some young brothers, right, not YNs, but young brothers, young kings, yo, salute. What up, y'all? Like I'm always checking in. I'm always striving to check on their mentals. I'm always giving them business cards. I'm always, yo, y'all know the stock market, y'all know, because beloved, that's our future. You know what I mean? And we have to keep that positive energy, that bright aura. We have to keep that magnificence intact and pocket and on display for the world to see. Because that's what it's about. Still breaking those chains that anchored our poverty mindsets, beloved. Shout out to the Wall Street Trapper. I digress. Back to the BT Awards. The saxophones playing while black queens are giving each other's flowers and all that. Like, that was corny to me, beloved. Even the whole implementation of the saxophone, we know what the saxophone entails from a social media standpoint. So why would you have a saxophone at the BET Awards? That itself is redundant. That itself is um ludicrous. That itself is outlandish, beloved. And again, especially while black queens are giving each other flowers, because that's not really common. We don't see that on broadcast. We don't see that on display everywhere. So let them queens, especially with that good dark melanin skin, let them do that. Let's normalize that. Let's let that be a challenge. That was just weird to me. Oh, naked ladies. Oh man, beloved. I don't. I'm not one to judge, but I will advise and I will say that we need to do better with the clothing, right? The sisters in particular, put some clothes on, sister. I don't want to see your body, especially after you just gave birth, especially with you being a mother, especially after you got your body done. I don't, now I got to put my head down, turn to the side, and do all of this, beloved. I want to see you. I want you to keep that for your king, your spouse, your significant other, beloved. By all means, get sexy and do what you do, but you don't have to show me everything or anything for that matter, right? Treat me like a creep, even, and reserve that for your loved ones, right? Well, or your loved one, rather, being your spouse. Lauren Hill, India Irie, there's Queen Latifah. There's a lot of examples of women who conduct themselves in a proper manner when it comes to dressing. And I'll just leave that right there because I know that subject could be a bit sticky. Who are the owners of the BET Awards, right? Because Bob Johnson sold it some time ago, and I want to say Sheila Johnson. I'm not sure if her last name is Johnson as well, but I know Sheila was second in command to him. But in this day and age, we need to find out who are the owners, because it's not given black owned to me. It's given we're gonna let these I don't know if I get flagged, but we're gonna let these clowns, let's just say, continue to make fools out of themselves to get the ratings as high as possible, to milk the cow as dry as possible, to where we can't do nothing else with it. We'll get rid of it. They don't need black entertainment television anyhow. That's just my perspective. What would be the outcome if we demanded black excellence at the BET Awards? America's scariest nightmare. That's what the outcome would be. If black people could get inside of a room and just be cool, cordial, even if there's some sort of turmoil that has taken place, beloved, we just really represent each other and speak about business and Vestfest. That's what it'll be, essentially. And that's what we need, beloved. We have to do better as a people. We have to rep our people right. It's imperative, beloved. We have loved ones that are coming up behind us. These cellular devices, social media, etc., is starting to become our downfall. At least those who allow that to be. Stay tuned.